Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 27 of the New Japan Pro Wrestling TEW 2020 series here on the channel. As we're back to kind of our normal format, as far as, instead of we went from the G1 to the King of Pro Wrestling tournament and then the Wrestle Dynasty tour, which is half in Japan, half in America. But now we're back in Japan for this Autumn Attack tour. It's a 9-day tour, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see that final show take place. As far as there's so basically it's like a half and half show where it's like a bottom four solid undercard stuff, and then the top four it's more big time title matches. So it's not like the traditional sense of like what we did with like Wrestle Dynasty and in Dominion, where it's like every title's on the line type of show. It's kind of back to where it's more of a more traditional sense of a tour show as far as that goes. As for we got the tour goals and obviously the card to go through. As the obviously the first two they always kind of stay the same. But Hayao Tamura, he is going to AEW for a year, but he's also going to be. I didn't know why I didn't think about this earlier, but I was like, we could probably still get him from AEW, like if we try to bring him back as far as like a talent trade thing. And that's what happened. So Hayao Tamura, we're gonna be able to trade for him, and he'll be able to still work in AEW, but also work for us as well. So I think that's going to be the best of both worlds for him. And then we're going to send Kento Coben next month. He's going to be gone for a year at Impact, which hopefully will be a good thing. I haven't really checked and seen. Yeah, as far as Impact goes, it's kind of weird because obviously they run a lot of shows in Canada, and that's not really our prime demographic. So it's going to be weird for him to not get so much as far as great pop. But I think it'll be fine though, and I think his excursion will be pretty solid. And I'm excited to see what he does when he comes back. Obviously, with Hayao Tamura, he is very much ready to go. We just got to wait for him to get out of his young lion phase. And once he is ready to go, sky's the limit. That is for sure. And we also have a New Japan Strong open weight champion in Miro, who just beat Zack Sabre Jr. in the previous Strong taping. So that's cool. As you see there, he's already tapped to take on Brody Lee in the trilogy between those two, because obviously Brody beat him for the belt, and then they had their G1 match, which Miro won, and then now we're gonna have finally the trilogy there between the three. And then we also upgraded New Japan World in the British Isles just to help boost the upcoming Royal Quest show, which is of course the next episode. And it's a tour that when we did it the first time around, I think I got like a 69 or something like that, which we can't accept that now. We gotta hope for, which we do have I think a better roster for it now. Also, we might bring in Sheamus for it. Sheamus didn't sign his WWE contract; he didn't extend that deal, so we'll be able to potentially bring him in. I'm not exactly sure what we want to do, if it's just going to be a one-off thing or if we want to keep him around. It's kind of weird as far as our roster is obviously very, very big, and I want everyone to like fit and make sense. And even though he's someone I would love to see in like a Japanese pro wrestling setting, just for he would beat the fuck out of people and be awesome. I just we also have a lot of gaijins right now, and I don't want to go too crazy with that as well. So it's kind of like a teetering point, really, as far as that goes with Sheamus. But I think a one-off appearance might not be a bad idea. I think that would be a lot of fun. So we'll, potentially look forward to that. As for the card here, as the Autumn Attack main event, it's, I guess we'll go from the top rather. It'd probably be a lot easier, as a never openweight 6-man title matchup as Suzuki-gun, Minoru Suzuki, Davey Boy Smith Jr., and El Desperado take on the Foundation, the new champs of Power E, Shelton Benjamin and Fred Yehi. Solid opener, obviously a technical masterclass setting, and I think it'll do pretty well with those involved. And I think with E and Shelton Benjamin, even Fred Yehi, really, and Suzuki too. David Boy Smith should do pretty well as well. Just obviously Despy's probably going to be the outlier there. Then the next match, we have two 8-mans actually. As the first one is a bit of an interesting one, as it's Taguchi, Hayao Tamura, Leona Fujinami, Master Wato against Katsura Shibata, Coughlin Connors, and Ren Narita. So this is kind of like a The Lion Mark team versus LA Dojo team 8-man. It was weird because, like, obviously, at first I was like, should Kotobushi be the guy in there instead of Taguchi? So it's a heavyweight, and then, but I think it works out for what it is. As far as Taguchi goes, it still hammers down the point of what we're trying to do, even though the Ibushi replacement would have been 10 times better as far as the match goes. But it is an undercard matchup, and it's not too big of a deal as far as if it does not go our way. But, it's getting those guys on the card. And I think it's kind of a big thing to try and do for this Autumn Attack tour. As for the next 8-man Dark Order House of Torture, still kind of going with that story, as it's going to be Evil, Disciples of Darkness, and Alex Reynolds versus Jay White, Masashi Takeda, Toru Sugiura, and Drew Parker. Obviously, with us doing Brody and Miro, made sense to have an undercard match with Dark Order and House of Torture guys, and just felt like that was the best option there. Then the kind of the last of the undercard matches, Lij versus Chaos in a 6-man, Shingo Takagi, Sanada, and Bushi against Hiroki Goto, Tomohiro Ishii, and Rocky Romero. Pretty straightforward stuff there. And then our junior title matchup, as a junior tag team title matchup, as the Lucha Brothers are back, and that Pentagon Jr. is healthy again, and Phoenix is healthy again. Everyone's kind of, the stars have aligned that they're back, and they're going to take on United Empire to see if they can become a 2-time, even though in the game it's going to be like 5-time because of their loaning contracts was all fucked up. But yeah, I think it's going to be quite the matchup. Phoenix has been doing close to 90s, and Makabe and Gresham have done really well. Same thing for Pentagon Jr. I mean, I really feel like that junior tag division has really gone full steam ahead. I think we'll be eventually, if potentially, we might get into a point where we're in like the 90 category for the junior tag title scene, which would be pretty nuts. As then the next matchup, obviously the Never Openweight title match, we talked about it a little bit, as Miro, the New Japan Strong Openweight champion, taking on Brody Lee, the Never Openweight champion, as it's just a little, Openweight champ versus Openweight champ matchup. As, probably would have been great as a co-main with that type of build, but I can't. That co-main event's going to be incredible, and the IWGP Intercontinental title matchup is Joe Doring versus Aroma Takashi. So Joe Doring getting this matchup because he beat Hiromu during the G1, and I think it also makes sense because our main event is tag partner in Shotaro Ashino taking on Kenta. So I just feel like, as far as we'll get rid of that, with Kenta and Ashino and Joe Doring and Hiromu, just makes sense to have the tag champs be the main and co-main as well. So kind of like all the champions are pretty much represented on this card in a big way, even though the titles aren't on the line, besides Pac, and he's not even on like the card at all. Pac's in a weird kind of stage because I want to have him kind of do a lot of strong stuff, but also want to have him be ready for the Royal Quest show as well, because I think we're going to obviously put him in a pretty big spot. And yeah, I just think that's for the best. I think that's a pretty solid, far as Autumn Attack show. The card, I think it looks pretty good. I think that main event's going to deliver in a big way. Obviously, of course, they had the time limit and, Task Force Death Guy versus Task Force Death Guy as well. I think it should be a lot of fun as far as that regard. And yeah, obviously, it probably would have made sense to do some type of LIJ Task Force Death matchup in some capacity, but the only thing we would have been able to do really is if Pac versus either someone who's established heavyweight or someone that's a junior, obviously in Bushi, and I just felt like that was not really as far as we could have went with a chaos match instead. Also, Kazuchika Okada not being represented, obviously he's had quite the the past tour. Wanted to give him a bit of a break as well, which might have been a mistake, because obviously we could have went with an 8-man again and have Okada and Naito be involved in that LIJ Chaos match, but went against that, which might be a mistake. But I think it's they're at the point now where rest is kind of crucial. They have still a lot of shows coming up. You have obviously the Royal Quest, but you have the Power Struggle and the Destruction shows, and then you'll have the tag lead end out the year. So you gotta think ahead, and obviously Okada's looking to go into Wrestle Kingdom as the U.S. champ. So a lot of things popping off really there. As we'll get this first show on the road here. I'm not exactly sure what we want to do, but I know for sure we want to kind of stay away from Tokyo and whatnot, even though we're pretty solid everywhere else. We're at 2,000 strong besides, obviously, Shioku, which I guess we could just start the tour there and get it out of the way. There we go. As the economy's, again, falling, it's going to get tougher and tougher to kind of sell out big-time venues, I think. And so, I'm just kind of thinking as far as what we can do with our young lions, kind of getting them involved in this tour. And it's been a while since we used them. So Yasutaka Yano taken on, yeah, I guess Taichi. Never, about to say, I think we haven't done this before. Just to kind of get this for this first show, since it's already going to be in a smaller venue, might as well, you know. Might as well. And we'll have the same thing for the other one, in Yuto, Nakashima. Yeah, let's, Doki's not, well, we gotta make sure it's, so yeah, obviously, probably Kanemaru is our best bet here, to be honest, since he's got a little bit more pop. Let's say Despy and Kanemaru teamed up at the G1, and the match against them. Yeah, 10 minutes. Kanemaru gets the win. They kind of carry the Suzuki-gun kind of flow of this. We'll have a 6-man with, you know, Suzuki, Davey, and Despy, and they'll beat someone here as far as, oh, that's right, I think Suzuki's, I'm trying to think, as far as, yeah, I think we gave him time off, that's right. Just for a couple of days. He'll be back, I think, before day 2 starts. So we don't have to worry about that. We'll go with something else, though. I guess we could go with, we'll go El Desperado. No, that's probably a terrible idea. Let's see here. Trying to think what would be a great, just kind of undercard matchup. So again, I think Yano with Harada, and then a junior. We'll go with Eagles. Then we'll go with Taguchi, Fujinami, and Master Wado. Well, we'll put Fujinami here. Just a Wado there. It's a bit awkward, but it's an undercard match. Doesn't have to be the best thing in the world. So I'm just kind of, okay, we haven't done this before. It's nice to have a fresh matchup. Thinking about this being the technical masterclass match, but I think we should probably side on the side of caution. As we'll have Fujinami beat Harata there. Nice. So I think for the most part, we have our undercard, you know, pretty much set. This is, you know, perfect for what we need. I think for a main event, a 6-man of Task Force Death and LIJ just kind of makes sense, you know, since we'll have Ashino, Kenta, and Joe Doring. Then against Hiromu, Naito. As actually, we'll have Hiromu here. Hiromu, Naito, and Shingo. Like this match a lot. This is a really good match. As we'll keep it at 20. Now, who's gonna take the fall is the question here. So I think we're gonna have a Shino beat Naito. I know it's a bit much, but I think for who's involved in this, I think that's probably for the best. I don't know why I hit match history again. Yeah, that's one thing I was kind of nervous about, because like Shingo could probably take a loss here and it really be not that big of a deal. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I think it's probably better than the what we had in the alternative. So yeah, now we can just kind of focus on our Steal the Show match and our Technical Masterclass match. Which, yeah, I think for our Steal the Show match, we'll do Lucha Brothers with Pac against United Empire. So we'll go with Gresham and Makabe, and then, you know, we could use Zack. That could be fun. Yeah, let's do that. Be a much different type of match and feel. Because we could do Zack and Pac at Royal Quest. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think it's, I think it's a fun little match. Maybe not, though. I don't know. Let's, yeah, let's get Zack out of there. And, guess we'll have to use either... let's see what we... Because it's either going to be Gavin McGavin, or, because Moriarty's still hurt, so we can't use Lee Moriarty, unfortunately. So I guess it's going to be Gavin McGavin. Match just got a little bit far as more downwards on how great it's going to be, but I think it still is in a pretty good spot for where we want it. It's going to be here. Just with who's involved in that match, I think it should perform pretty well. Now our slow build, or our Tactical Masterclass matchup, we'll make it a tag. And I really want to, Filthy Tom and Josh Alexander is always a fun Tactical Masterclass matchup. As far as what we can, you see, we got Super Iron Destroyers. It's crazy how Jeff Cobb's pop is really coming together. Alright, that's always a solid little match. Yeah, you could go United Rage. Yeah, we could do something as far as, also Great Bash here, maybe not so much. Yeah, let's go with Connors and Coughlin, actually. So I'll have Josh get the win. We'll have to put it down a little bit on the card. So yeah, we did this in April at New Japan Strong, which got a 42. Should be a little bit better here, but at the same time, maybe not. We'll put it there, though, and I think that's our card. So we'll run it. Yeah, 21. Not great at all. Ganamara and Yuto Nakashima don't click. And it's a 31 for Taichi and Yasutaka Yano. He's a little bit better here as Taichi with the Taichi clutch in 10-17. 33, so maybe not. I put a little too much faith into that. Filthy Tom was the worst guy in this match. Thanks to the excellent chemistry boost for Coughlin and Connors. It's Josh Alexander pinning Coughlin after the Pearl River plunge in 1552. 50, though, for Taguchi with the Dragon Masters against Chaos, as Fujinami pinning Harada with the double underhook suplex. So yeah, I mean, Yano and Taguchi did well. Robbie Eagles even did well, too. So that was nice. Harada with a 41, that's a good sign. For how kind of few we've booked him, compared to a lot of the other people in Chaos, he's not that bad. Like, he's better than Master Wato and Wada's been booked very, very strongly as the 66 for the 6-man here. It's Pac with the Shooting Star Senton on Gab McGavin and 11:45. So yeah, I mean, Pac with 82.75 for Phoenix, 68 for Makabe, 61 for Pentagon Jr., 57 rather for Gresham, and the 46 for Gab McGavin. The 78 for Task Force Death against Los Ingobernables de Japón as Ashino tapping out Shingo Takagi with the cross arm bar. So yeah, I mean, Hiromu and Ashino in the 80s, 82-80 for Hiromu and Ashino, 77, actually 78 for Naito, then 77 for Kenta, 75 for Doring, 73 for Shingo Takagi, the G1 Climax winner. Worst guy in the match. That's okay, but they got the crowd hotter at least for that main event. And, you know, it did its job. It saved the show for the most part. That's the thing with the undercard. We can trust that our main event's going to deliver, and it could still be a solid match on these tour shows. It's the first one down. Hopefully, we keep the good momentum as far as nobody gets hurt, anything like that, as that would suck in a big, big way. That would be pretty terrible. Hopefully, we have a nice little show. Hopefully, yeah, that's all I can ask for. And yeah, we'll catch you guys for day 2. As we have the new Young Lions coming in there as a Vegeta and Oya. As I'm excited to see how they. I'm assuming they're not going to be great, but again, some more Young Lions in the mix. Our roster's already huge, but it's like, well, anytime you can have a Young Lion, I'm always very much wanting to get them, just because from the perspective of it's easy to help build your roster with them, because you're gonna have them lose a lot, but also the investment in the future, sometimes it pays off, like with Hayato Tamura. We'll see what else we can do as far as, I'm not really sure where I want to run this. The Sendai Sun Plaza is probably for the best there. Actually, no, we'll go with the Akita Gate Arena. As I actually want to make sure it didn't blow through. Okay, yeah, so let's say. It probably would have stopped me if I tried to have a backstage incident. I will have them face each other. Just, as far as a little debut. So Oiwa. Gozai Fujita. Their pop is not bad. I think it's because I was thinking they debuted in the mod. Oh, no. No, their just pop was already started at 5. That's nice of them. Huh. Interesting. To have them start with 5. Yeah, it's just going to be a 10-minute time limit. Yeah, I mean, is it going to be the greatest thing in the world? No, it's going to be one of the worst things we've booked. But just for the sense of this is basically what they do in real life, so might as well do it. There we go. Let's have 2 of them. Let's have the other 2 Young Lions face each other, since I don't think we've had them face off yet. It's Yazutaka, Yano, and Yuto Nakashima, just to really double down on this. Oh, no, we have. That's right. So let's say, yeah, we have. So 12 to 20, just from April to August. We'll give him a 15-minute time limit, though. Give him a little bit more time. Just the worst undercard you can imagine. But fuck it. Yeah, I think we're going to have a pretty good show. So I think we're able to get away from that. As far as, maybe like for an actual undercard. Actually, no, I'm thinking about it. Suzuki is back, so we should probably do something as far as with building up their rep. As far as Suzuki, David Boy, and Despi. Yeah, let's go Kingston, Homicide, and Shota Umino. Go with Strong Style Riders. Yeah, so we'll have Suzuki beat the Shooter. Alright, well, we got our undercard. As far as, not exactly sure where I'm going to put this. As far as, tag-wise. I do know I want to have Tamura and Taguchi against Shibata and Narita, I think is what I'm wanting to do. We'll go with that. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny that, how good Tamura is. We even having to have him lose a lot. Well, we did have him beat some people on Strong that got him all pissed off, but I stand by my decision there as, yeah, we'll have Shibata beat Tamura. Unfortunately. That's definitely our undercard. Now, as far as we need to steal the show in a main, I think the main big ass 10-man of Evil, well, I guess yeah, Evil and Brody with Disciples of Darkness and Reynolds, I guess, against House of Tortures. Obviously Jay White, Miro, Takeda, Sujiura, and either Ishimori or Drew Parker. We'll probably go with Drew. Probably be for the best. As yeah, we'll go ahead and get that rocking. Oh, that's right. Tankman's hurt. Yeah, Tankman might not be able to be at that show. Now I'm thinking about it. Because I think he's out for... Take a look. I was thinking he was going to be healthy in time, but he might not be. Because, yeah, he's out for 30 days, so... I don't think he's going to be able to make it. So we'll have to think of something that... And we can't, obviously, replace him with John Silver, because I don't think he's going to make it back in time, either. So, yeah, we are... We have to chop that down to a 6-man. Yeah. But we could do, as far as... still go back to that matchup. We'll make it an 8-man instead. As we'll have Brody, Hobbs, and Evil with Reynolds. Or we can make it a 6-man, I guess. It's fine. Well, we're already here. As then Miro, J, and I guess we could go either way, but we're gonna go with Takeda, I guess, and then Drew Parker. I don't think we've done this before. So we're gonna have Evil beat Drew Parker. I mean, not the greatest main event. Now I'm thinking about it. Like, Brody's gonna do well, but I don't... Miro should do pretty well himself, and same thing for Jay, but I don't know. Got a bad feeling about that. Let's have a chaos match, though, as far as the co-main event. Let's do the Chaos Pitbulls. And then against Shingo and Sonata. I don't, as far as actual, they had the one match at Wrestle Dynasty, where the Chaos Pitbulls won last year. I don't think we've had a match since then. I'm gonna give Shingo that win back, as he's gonna beat Goto after losing the previous night. So that's why we're gonna have this specific steal of the show. Certainly a choice, and I think it should go over pretty well. I don't know how I feel about the show. We'll see. And 11. Makes sense. 19s for both young lions of Kazai Fujita and Ryoi Oiwa. 21 for the other young lion group, the more established young lion group. So at least Yuto Nakashima is almost in the 30s. I guess so. I mean, Yano was a bit off his game, too. That's nice. 42 before, yeah. Crowd wasn't going to be engaged, I figured so. But, fuck it. It's not a big deal, as Davey Boy and Minoru Suzuki, best guys in the match, as far as this technical masterclass setting. Shota Umino being off his game. Great. As Suzuki pins Umino after the reverse DT backbreaker. So 49. Wow, Taguchi and Hayato Tamura. They are no team. I mean, that is absolute zero chemistry. Shibata at least with a 62, even though he's off his game. But the match still didn't get above a 50. It's not great. 67 for our co-main at least. Get it back up as Shingo with a pumping bomber. 13:51. Yeah, Shingo best guy in the match. Nice change of pace for him to being the worst guy in the previous match. Sanada also did really well, even though he's off his game. But yeah, that's just Peacock Pitbulls. What a time though, 2020 it was for them. It's a 68 for the main, as Jay White, Miura, and Brody Lee all in the 70s. So that's pretty good. Just Alex Reynolds with a 40. Yeah, just nothing you can do there. Definitely would have been better if we just made it a 6-man, because it would have been Jay White, Miura, and Takeda against Brody, Evil, and Hobbs. It would have just been a lot better. What can you do, though? But Evil pins Drew Parker after everything is evil. And, yeah, big win for Evil, at least. You know, again, it's a tour show, so it's not like it's going to be that big of a deal. If, you know, we're still going to gain pop. And still, it's not a bad show. So, yeah, just kind of, that's what we have to worry about, is sometimes... Sure, we want to put on a great show, absolutely, but there's times we're in a tour setting where sometimes it's just better to just bite the bullet and just be like, hey, it's not going to be the best show, but we're building. You know, even though we're a year in, you know, obviously a lot of the roster's very new. You know, we had 4 young lions on the card, and that's going to bring it down, especially when they're facing against each other. But, yeah, I think that's... It is what it is as far as from that regard. I'm trying to remember when the next show is. Okay, it's 2 days away, so we can take a break. And, yeah, we'll catch you guys for day 3. Alright, so we got our 3rd day here as Fujinami entertained the locker room by organizing a poker tournament. And Kenta came backstage and says he thinks that Jay White has a bright future. He'd be willing to put him over in order to help him take him to the next level. Wow. Way to go, Kenta. As, you know, that would make a lot of sense as far as to have that match. You know, as far as, you know, having Jay White go from someone where, you know, Kenta obviously turned his back on. I think that's the story that we were wanting to go for with anyway, as far as I was hoping that would be a power struggle main event. And I think we'll be able to do that. So, perfect. Hopefully. I don't think we'll put him over, but that is cool that at least we're able to get that match set as far as... I do want to see as far as... Yeah, Naito was wanting to put over Jay. Goto was wanting to put over Ryu Lee. And the same thing as far as... now, you know, a lot of people want to put over Jay White. What a guy. Which, I mean, speaking of that, I guess we could have... trying to think what would probably be a good idea. Because I was thinking, I was like, well, I guess we could do Jay White and Naito. Yeah, boy, oh boy. I'm trying to think what would be the best way of going about this, because obviously, you know, House of Torture and Dark Order, that's the story. So it'd be kind of weird to pivot like that. But maybe we could. Maybe we could. Yeah, oh boy. Yeah, I don't think we will. You know, I don't think that's the play here. So we'll go with just kind of something else. I don't know why I backed out of that completely just to go back here. Just a little flustered. So let's see who we could... You know, Golden Dragons, again, they were someone that pushed pretty hard at the beginning, but now we've kind of let off the gas a little bit. I think we could have a match with Roppongi 3K to really change that perspective. As, yeah, of course, they had their match at Fantastica Mania. And they've had a couple of matches on Strong where, really they've won the entire time, but we're going to change that. As, we're going to have Io beat Senta Deora. nice. Just nice, 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 nice. So I'm trying to think what would probably be the best course of action here for this next tag match. I will say we did do Horace and Ryu Lee against the Young Bucks at the Strong taping, which did pretty well. That's something I think we should do Max of Blood as far as the 6-man. Lee, Ray Horace, and Flamita. Let's go the Young Lions. Let's go Kento Koben and then the newer ones. Yasutaka, Yano, and Yuto Nakashima. So we'll have Flamita get a win there. Yeah, then we'll have the Young Lions team. As far as Oiwa and Kosai Fujia. I think we're going to go United Rage just to kind of help get them over the hump a little bit. Khan and Katsuya Kitamura, as we'll have Great Okan get the win. I'm all over the place. There we go. Finally dialed it in. There we go. As, trying to think what else we could do here. As far as we need actual technical masterclass match, that is for sure. Yeah, I would like to do something with Kojima. Let's, yeah, let's do Satoshi Kojima, Hayao Tamura, and then against Shibata and Narita. We'll have this be a technical masterclass, and we'll have Kojima beat Narita, which is pretty awesome for Narita. Hopefully it'll be enough. Hopefully. Yeah, we should probably actually put that there. Yeah, I think that's pretty solid. Now, we'll need a Steal the Show match. Because I don't think we had that. That shouldn't have been set as that. So I think, yeah. I think that's what we'll need next. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more we could do Jay White and Ishimori against Naito and Bushi. As we're going to have Jay White beat Naito, which is crazy, but might as well, right? If he's going to want to put him over like that. And I like it to be like it kind of out of nowhere. I like the idea of it, you know, stealing the show and then just Jay White hits a Blade Run on him, catches him out of nowhere with it. Type of deal there. As I also gotta remember, Wataru Inoue's back, and I forgot to either fire him or, you know, just have him go on another vacation until his contract's up. So I gotta check and see if he's road aging anything. He's not perfect. So yeah, our main event, which we'll have to give a lot of time, looks like, because we didn't really give a lot of time to a lot of these matches. Actually, we should be fine though. Just a 20-minute match will be hitting the mark. Let's go with the 6-man. Yeah, it's still Okada out there. it's yeah, Okada with the Chaotic Pitbulls. I should go with Ishii and Rocky. See what we could do as far as let's go Bushi, Trying to think of like a babyface landmark team that we could use. Taguchi obviously as the junior. Boy. I'm hitting the wall as far as who should be kind of like the muscle of that. We could also go with we go with the Super Iron Destroyers and then Shelly. Little Liberty United Chaos 6-man. Assuming this is the first time we've done this. 20 minutes. So Okada over. Yeah, we'll have him beat Hanare. Unfortunately. Someone's got to take the fall. Yeah, pretty good match, though. I think that's a good main co-main. Kind of like a throwback to yesteryear. As far as with Naito Ibushi, but, you know, Jay White and Ishimori, not Bullet Club LIJ, but more, you know, now LIJ House of Torture. Oh, I forgot to change venue. That's okay. As, well, they are almost in the 50s. So Khan with the Cobra Clutch with Kosai Fujita, 10:07. 24 for the Young Lions. 53 for Mexa Blood against the Young Lions again. It's Kendo Koben at least, you know, obviously leading the pack as far as for the Young Lions. And then Flamita pinning Yano with the Fly Flame. Horace is actually the worst of the three. It's so weird because Horace did really well on the strong taping, which makes sense. You know, him having better pop over in the States compared to in Japan. 57 though for the Golden Dragons for Punky 3K match. Pretty close though. I mean, just, you know, Samurai del Sol was a lot better than everyone, but you know, they did their thing. And Yo pinning Cinta de Ora. Woo! As yeah, they were not properly engaged. Oh, it's because I hit a... Okay. I accidentally did Tainted instead of Decisive. So I was say, what the fuck happened? Because that would have been a pretty solid matchup. That sucks. But we get it back, though, with 73. Co-main as Naito. Button over Jay White with the Blade Runner. In 12:48. They did really well. You know, Ishimori's off his game, but that's okay. Got the crowd buzzing for a main event. Which delivered as well. As a 76... So Okada pinning Hanare with the Rainmaker. I thought about having Cobb lose. I probably should have, you know, his performance was 53, but yeah, I mean, Okada doing his thing. Carrying everyone in this matchup. Oh, Shelley was the second best guy in the match, though. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. 72, though, for the show. Not bad at all. It's now on to day 4, and we're really, you know, trying a lot of new things, really with this show, I think, is really the game plan for a lot of this, it seems like. As hopefully everything goes well with our next couple of shows, nobody gets hurt. We're able to go into Autumn Attack unscathed by injury. As, yeah, this is going on right now. So I did sign James a 1-day contract, or 1 show contract, rather. Is, yeah, we'll talk about more regarding him on the next episode. So we did end up losing money last month, which is a shame, but luckily it was only $380,000. It's Tamora entertained the locker room by organizing and then won a video game tournament. It's Liger bringing the move backstage after doing several funny cartoon drawings. Hell yeah. So yeah, now that we actually ran Kanto, we'll have to go somewhere else. So yeah, we'll go Kyushu. Yeah, we'll just go the convention center here. As for this show, I think you know, maybe a New Japan, or not New Japan, Never Open Weight rather, 6-man title matches is maybe in order. Let's go Shelton, Power E, and Yay High. And they'll have them take on Mexa Blood. Lee, Voorhees, and Flamita. It's a bit random of a 6-man matchup. Maybe not. Maybe go with Okada and the likes. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So we'll do Okada, Ishii, and Rocky. What a match, though, as far as, we're really, giving a big win to the Foundation here, because they're going to keep the belts. In a big, big way. So we're going to have Power E beat Ishii. That'd be a fun match, though. Big E and Ishii, that'd be two beefy boys. As, yeah, I mean, that's probably the main. So it's kind of weird. Usually we've been looking like the undercard up, but in a different direction. For this one, as I do want to have Ishimori and Drew Parker. I mean, that tag team's really done really well in the junior tag division. As say good Roppongi 3K after they just won, because we haven't done that. As far as 12, Ishimori over Show. Actually, yo. And we have that in the upcoming, I made it slow build. We do have that in the upcoming month as far as the Power Struggle Tour. Once we'll have that, the Super Junior Tag League. Actually, we'll have this set for Steal the Show now I'm thinking about it. I think it will do just fine there. And, yeah, let's go with Hiroki Goto. Actually, we'll make it an 8-man. If we can. Goto with Harada. Actually, let's make it a 6-man. I'm thinking about it. Let's go 6-man. Goto. Harada with Yano. And we'll go with the House of Torture. 6-man. Or maybe LIJ. It might be. Nah, let's actually go Kojima. Tenzan. And Tamura. Is he finally, how we're doing as far as, well, finally made it into year 2, but he's still in his young lion phase. Experience is so close, though. Just needed to be at 25. But we'll have Harada get a win. He can beat Tenzan. I don't think it'd be that big of a deal. Yeah, I'll keep it there. As far as another 6-man, you get Davey Boy, Minoru Suzuki, and Despy getting another win. Team Filthy is always a good shout, but I want to get away from that. Let's go Great Bash Shields and see what type of junior we could use. I guess Kento Koben can work. This won't be the greatest, but it's gonna work. Despy take the fall. Actually, not Despy take the fall. We'll have Davey Boy rather get the win, and Hanma can take the fall. I don't think I said it for Techno Masterclass though, so we should. Okay, we did. Never mind. We'll need a Steal the Show match. Super Lion Destroyers. Or we can go Lucha Brothers and then Golden Dragons, I guess. No, we've done that a lot. Done that a lot. You know, Top Flight's always fun to try to get them on the card. Let's say we did this. Oh, we did this on the G1 too. Never mind. Never mind. Guess we're just gonna go with Taurus and well, we should have been doing that with Dark Order too. The whole time. I don't know why I was thinking Alex Reynolds instead in that main event. That would have been a lot better. So I want to say we've done this match too. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we basically Lucha Brothers are pretty much ready to go as far as guess Francesco and Eagles could be, since we have the rest of Chaos booked. Might as well book them as well. Yeah, the only time we did this was 2020. Phoenix over Francesco. Now one of them gets hurt. That'll be a real pain in the ass. So I think we had this as the Steal the Show match, and I'm thinking about it, yeah. We can now change that. If we could have a match in between those two junior tag matches, that would be great. Thinking heavyweight tag. Thinking Strong Style Riders, Super Iron Destroyers, I guess. Yeah, I haven't done that since 2020. So we'll have Hanare beat Homicide. Nice. Alright. No Young Lions on the card besides tomorrow, but because I think Harada is no longer a Young Lion. Yeah, he's not. I remember he was. So I think we're good to go. Opener was a 54, not bad. Oh, and also Kenta Koben as David Boy pinning Tamaki Yama after Saito suplex. Definitely, out of his element. Figured so there, but everybody else did pretty okay. For what we needed. 55 for Chaos against 10 Tomura Koji, if you will, as Harada tapping out Tenzan at 14-19. As Harada with a 40, worst guy in the match. Not great. Not great at all. Yano, again, best guy in the match. So 63 for Roppongi 3K against House of Torture. See Ishimori with the yes lock on Yo in 11:59. Not bad there. Not bad at all. And then a 60 for the Super Iron Destroyers against the Strong Style Riders as Hanare pins Homicide with the Spinning Spinebusters. Yeah, pretty good stuff there. Everybody did really well, but Homicide, unfortunately. 67 for the junior tag match as Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. beating Francesco and Eagles as Francesco taking the package pile driver foot stomp combination. Got the crowd buzzing for our main event, which is a 74 as Big E with a big ending, or Power E rather, with the big ending over Tomohiro Ishii, and that's defense number 2, as their first defense was on a strong taping, was against Liberty United. That's fun. But yeah, that's obviously Okada doing his thing, carrying them to a really good match. So again, really just thank God for Okada. So yeah, now we're at the halfway point of the tour, and everything's gone pretty well, I think, so far. No complaints. On this side, for me, and just hopefully, everything goes well with what we're wanting to plan with, again, Autumn Attack. So just fingers fucking crossed for the most part with a lot of this. Alright, 4 more tour shows left. As for day 5 here, definitely out of Kanto. Yeah, probably, Osaka's not a bad idea, but we'll probably go Chubu first. Since we have so much time, we got balanced amount of time with the amount of shows we have. I guess, yeah, the Nagoya's Congress Center. So, really, kind of the big thing that we've been kind of pushing as far as on Strong has been the Bucks, as far as they main evented now 2 shows in a row. They main evented, obviously the previous, the 2 weeks ago was Horace and Ryu Lee, and now this week it was Brody, or not Brody, it was Miro and uh, Brody King. So yeah, it was Brody. I was thinking Brody Lee, and I was like, well, not Brody, but yeah, Miro and Brody King, which they were both really good matches. Really, the idea for the Bucks, it's now they're kind of place now is definitely like the strong main eventers, just because we know they're gonna deliver and they're gonna have great matches with a lot of guys. So it's just it makes sense from that perspective. But for what I want for this main event, I think another either Lij or maybe even something else as far as having Task Force Death guys, having the big three of Kenta, Shino, and Doring. As, let's see. Maybe an 8-man. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. We'll have Pac in there as well. Shotaro Shino. As again, Naito. Then Romu. Sonata. And we'll even throw Shingo in there. So now with this matchup, there's a lot of people that could use a win here. I'm just curious about saying, never done this one before. Naito, I would love to see beat Pac. But also, I think there could be a fun story as far as this is where Naito hits the Destino on the Shino and pins him. Kenta looks like he could make the save, but he chooses not to, and kind of like, he's looking out for himself more than anything. That a bit of a subtle storytelling there is, as long as Wataru Inoue's not in any of these matches. But I think that's a nice little subtle story to tell on this tour. Then, as far as what else we could do, I was thinking having maybe like an 8-man, another 8-man as far as the foundation. So we'll use Power E, Shelton Benjamin, Yehai, and then the fourth person. I don't know if we want to use Myron, because I think Myron's going to be really good. King Mo's there for at least a little bit of pop, and against Suzuki-gun, Minoru, and oh, that was weird. So it's got went away from Fred Yehai there. Suzuki, David Boy, Despy, and yeah, I guess Tai Chi. Yeah, we could have it be a technical masterclass match, I guess. As I will have Tai Chi beat King Mo. Just hilarious. What a statement. There we go. So we got our opener, basically. Now, as far as what else we can do, I'd like a 6-man of Shibata with the Gaijin LA Dojo kids of Coughlin Connors. Kids, they're fucking a year older than me. But the LA Dojo Gaijin guys. We could also use Fredericks too, I guess. Didn't really think about that. That'd probably be better than Narita being used, but let's make it a big ass 10-man now. Now I'm thinking about it. So let's Shibata, Coughlin Connors, Narita, and Fredericks. Let's go with Bushi. It'd be great for Tanahashi in this case, but alas, we can't do it. So we'll use Yoshida, Trying to think who else we could use. Because I don't really want to use Tamura. Oh yeah, Fujinami and Wado. We might have to use Tamura, though now I'm thinking about it. I guess we could also just go with Taguchi, too. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. Big ass 10-man tag. Give it 16. As I'll have Carl Fredericks get the win. He can beat Yoshida. Yeah, alright, he could beat Master Wado, actually. So I just realized to put it on all out. Put it on slow build. Yeah, let's have Tenkoji team. Them and United Rage. I'll say, I'm surprised we haven't done this before. So we'll have Kitamura beat Tenzan. Poor Tenzan, he's just losing everybody. Trying to make some guys here. As oh, fucking. Don't mind that. 11 minutes. Alright, 10 minutes for Tenzan. Interesting card, yeah, because I guess we'll have. Yeah, I guess we'll have it be that. So we need a steal the show match, and trying to think what else we could do as far as because I don't want to use Miro because he was just at the strong taping, so it'd be kind of weird. I guess he'd be jet lag as hell, but he could technically work it. Let's see here. It's weird because we've kind of built a lot of stuff up that we needed to. We can kind of just go free range here. We'll go Evil Taurus against. Really, we could go with either Takeda or Sujiura. We could even go Jay White, but we'll go with Takeda. Actually, we'll go Toro since he's not going to be in the match. So we'll go Toro, Sujiura, and we'll go Ishimori. Maybe we'll find another great team within House of Torture. As yeah, we'll have Ishimori beat Taurus. I guess. I don't know why it's not wanting to. There we go. Yeah, we'll put that there. So now for our co-main. So I think Jay White and Drew Parker against Brody and Reynolds, which we've done. That was oh no, we didn't do that. I was thinking we built that up during the Wrestle Dynasty tour. I guess we didn't. Oh well. 16. Well, if Reynolds beat Drew Parker, actually. It's a pretty big win for them. Just so, because House of Torture won the previous match. Again, I had that set for All Out. There you go, that makes a little bit more sense. Alright. I think we're good to go. I believe so. Because I believe we picked. Yeah, let's say. Did pick that. So we're good to go. Now 48. Not bad. As they still get outperformed by Tenkoji. As Kitsuya Kitamura with the Lariat in 10-12. That's just hilarious. Kitamura did the same as Tenzan. 55 for the Foundation Suzuki-gun 8-man as Taichi taps out King Mo with the Taichi clutch. Good stuff, yeah. I mean, it's just wild how bad he is. Like, he was the worst guy in the match for it being a technical masterclass. Not his strong suit. Not at all. That's crazy. 67 for the Dark Order House of Torture matchup as Ishimori pinning Black Taurus at the Bloody Cross. And 11:34, yeah, not bad match at all, obviously. Yeah, me right, team 1-2. It was close, though. Close to Ishimori, best guy in the match. 65 for this big-ass 10-man. As, yeah, I mean, was hoping, about to say, Kota Ibushi definitely carrying this one, 83. Next best guys were Shibata and Taguchi at 65 and 60. Whole lot going on here. Carl Fredericks was off his game, which he got a 39, which makes sense. I mean, Fujinami would be, the guy after Taguchi and Shibata as far as best performances. Yeah, just, it's a whole lot of nothingness there, but at least someone looked great out there in Kota Ibushi. 74, though, for Brody and Reynolds against Drew Parker and Jay White. Some good stuff there as Reynolds. But the Reynolds wrap over Drew Parker in 16:08. Yeah, definitely a mistake, and an upset. But, we're trying out here. We're trying to make Alex Reynolds something. It's an 84 main event. Wow. This big-ass 8-man. I mean, it makes sense, considering who's involved, but just with it being a tour show, figured it wouldn't be that good. But Naito pinning Ashino, thanks to Kenta, just not really going in there to make the save and breaking it up. So I'm sure there'll be some harsh words there. I mean, there's the idea of like-minded individuals from elsewhere in the world coming together and trying to destroy New Japan from the inside. A lot of selfish people, a lot of people thinking for themselves, and shows true there. As, Romo, best guy in the match. Then Naito, then Pac, then Sonata, actually, over Ashino and Kenta, which is pretty crazy. And then, Shingo, and then Joe Doring with the 72. Yeah, good stuff, though. Really good show. One of our best shows of the tour, for sure. As, another successful show in the books. And I do like how we paced this out. It started in September, and it's kind of ending in the second week of October. Probably could have went a little longer, but also the Royal Quest, shows happening as well. So, wanted to pace it out pretty evenly, too, at the same time. But, all in all, I think so far, again, pretty good tour so far. Hopefully, again, nobody gets hurt. Alrighty. As for day 6, another backstage incident, as it's Okada passing on tips on psychology to Yuto Nakashima. Alrighty. So, I think it's Osaka. Now, well, I guess we could still wait. Rather do Osaka on, the final kind of night. If we can. We'll go with the Hiroshima Sun Plaza, I guess. That's probably for the best. As, let's see what we have. I was thinking, as far as having a 6-man, having group of, having Yuto and Yasutaka Yano with Kojima, and then the other group, the newer group, so, Ryohei Oiwa and Kosai Fujita with Makabe. Just a fun little 6-man there. Nothing too crazy. Makabe with, being chilly now as far as momentum. We need to change that, give him some wins. So, it's a perfect time for this. We'll bump it down to about 12, as we'll have Makabe. Doesn't really matter who takes the fall as long as it's not Kojima. That's kind of the idea there. So we'll go with Yano, I guess. It's nice that Makabe gets the one with the newer Young Lions, too, which is kind of... Probably wouldn't be that way, but... fuck it, we're here. Might as well, right? I'm not sure exactly how many days I have left with as far as using Tamura. Oh, 6 appearances. Oh, okay. So I just want to make sure... Oh, 3 of them are left. Okay. I was about to say, that can't be right. So, yeah, we'll, let's have, Kojima... Or, not Kojima. Let's have, Tamura and Tenzan team up. And, I was thinking United Rage. Keep this train rolling with this. As 12 minutes, I hate to say it, but Katsuya Kitamura is going to beat Heiao Tamura. Pains me. Actually, he might be ready to go. Ah, he's still experience 24. God damn it. So close. But yet so far. Yeah, Tenzan's match length, we'll bring that down to about 10. Nice. Nice. So, I think as far as what else we could do regarding building for the card, I think we pretty much have built as much as we could do as of right now. I will say Royal Quest, we're going to have Sonata and Naito take on Doring and Ashino for the tag titles. So maybe, because with, having Naito just beaten Ashino, maybe something as far as Ashino seeing what has happened, he kind of picks his three and Kenta's got to pick his three type of thing. But then that wouldn't really make any sense because it's going to be 2 heavyweights and a junior versus a heavyweight and 2 juniors. Maybe we could do that though. I think that'd be a lot of fun to see. As far as like a bit of animosity, got to blow off some steam. So we'll have Kenta with the Lucha Brothers. And then the tag champs and Pac. So pretty crazy. As Joe Doring. Probably should have a Shino first, but that's okay. I'll just go ahead and Doring and Pac. Boy, who's taking the fall here? Yeah, that's a $1 million question. But I think we're gonna have the heavyweight champ. Actually, boy, yeah, this is the thing about doing matches like this. Someone's gotta fucking lose, and because I don't want it to be like a double count out and the crowd shits all over it. But maybe we should in this case. I think that's what we're gonna do. Double count out, the fighting on the outside, brawling all over the arena type of deal. Between Kenta and Ashino. Turns into a bit of a blood feud in a way. Maybe not full on that, but definitely the animosity's definitely kicking in. And Ashino really wants to be, heavyweight and also tag champs at the same time. Yeah, we could do something with Miro now and Brody. I think again, that's always a solid idea. So we could do Brody and Taurus against Miro and Ishimori. I've never done this before. 18's fine. As well as Brody. I was thinking of having either Brody or Miro win. Beating whichever junior we want. Miro could probably benefit from a win, to be honest. So, he's going to beat Ishimori. Or he's going to beat, Taurus. 2 losses for Taurus, though back-to-back does suck, but it's a fun match, though. Miro and Black Taurus would be pretty electric. That's a good co-main, though, I think. I'm confident about that co-main and main as well, so we can kind of just go with the middle of the pack now. We need a Steal the Show and a Technical Masterclass. I would like for the Bucks to get on this tour as well, since they've been doing really well on the Strong tapings. So let's see what we got. Let's throw the Gods of War at them. Might as well, right? We surprisingly have never done this yet. I'll have Nick Jackson fly over the Gods of War for this one-time tag match. There we go. And then the Technical Masterclass matchup. We'll go with a tag of, we'll go Shelton and Yehai against Suzuki. And we'll use Kanemaru, actually. $16, and yeah, we'll have Fred Yehai beat Kanemaru. I'm sure Kanemaru loves that. Here we go. Alright, I think it's a, solid little card we got. We'll see what happens here. Openers of 42. So yeah, Makabe best guy in the match, even though he was off his game. Cooled the crowd a little. That's alright. Well, it's fine. As King Kong knee drop off the top from Makabe onto Yasutaka Yano. And even though he's off his game, he definitely did better than Yuto Nakashima. Yeah. Not bad, though. Not bad at all. It's a 52. For the next matchup, I actually did somewhat better than the Tamura, or than the Tenkoji matchup. So yeah, Hiro Tamura, best guy in the match. Makes fucking sense, as Katsuya Kitamura getting the win there with the Boston Crab in 10:09. It's 49. Yeah, not enough engaged crowd for this one, but everybody did pretty well but Kanemaru. As, yeah, Suzuki and Shelton are pretty much neck and neck, but yay high with the Koji clutch over Yoshinobu Kanemaru. 16-24. 68 for the Bucks in the Gods of War, as Victor Kratos taking the Meltzer driver in 12:48. Yeah, Victor's usually the better of the two there. Plus, he's probably the only guy they could pretty much hoist up for that one. The 77 here for Black Taurus and Brody Lee, as against Miro and Taiji Ishimori's Miro pinning Black Taurus after the Bullplex at 18-10. Yeah, so just some really good stuff there. As Miro and Ishimori are about on the same page. Obviously, Brody doing well and bringing Black Taurus up to a pretty good rating. It's good stuff. Yep. Yep. That's what I was afraid of. But that's okay, because, oh, well, no, it's not okay, because it's a tour show. Yeah, that was no bueno there. I should have known better. It's like, well, we know that's going to go bad, so we should have that be the co-main and have that be the main, but that's alright, though. Yeah, we'll get it back. I got enough faith in that Aroma Takashi show, and we're still in the great spot to where we shouldn't drop out of the big size of the promotion, so we should be fine as far as that goes. So it sucks, but it's not a big deal. It is what it is. That's basically how most tours were in like the 80s and 90s, anyways. So I mean, it's going back to that type of route, and it protects everybody in the match. So fuck it. If they're upset, they're upset. It's a tour show. Is what it is. As on to, I only have 2 more tour shows left at least, so at least they're almost out of the tour. As Kaito Kiyomiya's people are trying to get 0-1 contracts. Sheamus is getting an All Japan contract. Oh boy, I really want to block that, but also at the same time, I need Sheamus for that. I really want to see how Sheamus would do in All Japan. I'm curious. Is it a handshake deal? Oh, it's a handshake deal. Okay. That's fine. Hell yeah. Just as long as 0-1's not trying to steal Kazuya D'Amato. Okay, it's a handshake deal too. Yeah, it's fine. I'm surprised though Kaito Kiyomiya's getting a handshake deal. Yeah, they have, Noah's kinda in the toilet in this mod. They've just been signing terrible people. Like, they signed Fale, and they've been pushing them pretty hard. It's a sad day for a New Japan fan in this mod. But also, Keisuke Ishii got an offer. Wrestle 1, 2. Lee Moriarty's back. That's awesome. So yeah, on to day 7 we go. Alright, so AEW now is getting involved in the contract talks with Sheamus. So they're going to give him an exclusive written deal. I'm just going to let it be. It's a working relationship anyways with AEW, so if we do really want to bring in Sheamus, we could maybe work something out as far as loaning him. So, yeah, I mean, that's not a huge deal at all. No problem at all for me there, as, we'll see where we're going to run this next show at. Yeah, Osaka would probably be the best bet here. I guess we can go with... Yeah, we can go here first. Never mind, then we'll run Osaka. Yeah, because, I mean, we're getting into the spot now where it's going to be tougher and tougher as far as, really now, we're in the thick of it when it comes to matches here. It would be fun to have Kenta and Hiromu team against Ishino and Doring. Don't think we're going to do that, but that just would be something that'd be pretty fun. But I think as far as to try and show solidarity between Task Force Death, they're going to have an 8-man. As far as Kenta, Doring, Shino, and then Pac. Actually, we'll just do Shotaro, Shino, Doring, and then the Lucha Brothers. So I think that's going to be a little bit better of a matchup. Because we're going to have Zack of United Empire, Kitamura, and, yeah, it's funny that he doesn't really have, like, the muscle yet roll down that we would like. Because Kitamura is basically that. I mean, it's crazy. His technical skills are actually pretty good. But, yeah, it's not clicking yet. He'll get there, though, I think. I have faith. Probably too much faith, but I got faith. And then, of course, the junior team of Makabe and Gresham. Yeah, and you know, we'll just have a Shino beat. He could beat Katsuya Kitamura. Yeah, Katsuya taking the fall there, and it's no big deal. No big deal at all. Yeah, main events. That. As far as what else we could do, I would like to see maybe an 8-man of LIJ and Chaos. Maybe that will be the main event instead. Because this main event's probably going to be, or this match is going to be a little better because it's going to be Naito, Shingo. Actually, let's go with a tag of Hiromu, and then Doring and Pac over here. And, let's see. Who would be for the best here? I was thinking Bushi, but I think that's probably for the best, to be honest. Not bad. So if I would actually kind of love to have had Bushi beat Pac here to lead up to a title match in the future, but I don't think that will be the case. So I was thinking that would be pretty fun. Instead of having that 6-man of Shingo, Sanada, Bushi against Goto, Ishii, and Rocky Romero, have a title match there. But, yeah, I don't know. Because I think Bushi getting kind of a random title match would be pretty nuts. But I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, I guess. He's not had a title match with Pac yet. So, that, I mean, it's just an idea. Just an idea that we could do. We wouldn't have a graphic for it, but it's not a huge deal. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm conflicted. That's how I want to do this. So I think we're just gonna have Pac beat Bushi here. I feel like that's the easiest way to get to this point. But I wouldn't have hated Bushi getting a win and then leading to a title match instead. To make it 5 title matches on this card instead of 4. But we'll keep it as is. And, let's see what else we could do. As far as really, we could maybe do a 6-man of Brody, Hobbs, or we could do Evil, I guess would probably be better. Evil and Taurus. Miro. We won't use J. We'll use, we'll actually use Brody King. And then, for the junior guy, we'll use Ishimori. Actually, we'll use Drew Parker. Minutes as well, a Black Taurus beat Drew Parker. Not a bad match though. Not bad. I mean, Brody's going to be involved, So there is that. I thought about having Taurus beat Brody, which it would have been a little weird having a junior pin at heavyweight, but I think that's what we're gonna do actually instead. Alright, so I mean, we're solid. We're good to go as far as our top matches. Now we just need the bottom part. As, see what we got. As far as Hobbs and Reynolds, have them team up. Trying to think what would probably be for the best. Because, I mean, we have Jay, but I want to use probably either Masashi Takeda or Toru Sugiura. We'll go with Takeda. Takeda Nishimori. Have the match be set for Steal the Show, but we'll have Takeda beat Reynolds. We'll leave it be. It's just a normal kind of undercard match. We'll have a Steal the Show match be something a little bit better than that. As far as singles match, let's go with another generation of a young lion. As far as like have like Yazutaka and Oiwa, for instance. Kind of two different generations. Or, let's see, is Tamura finally... his experience is still 24. So part of me wants to have him be in a match, too. I will just have it be this for now. Yeah, because Yano's Pop's still not there yet. Because, I mean, he could technically beat him and it wouldn't be that big of a deal, because it's different... You know, it's a different... class, so it's technically, you know, he's the veteran, so it makes sense. Plus, he's going to do better anyways. Here, then we'll have Tamura beat Yuto. So it'd be another different class of Young Lion versus Young Lion. To get Tamura a win. Nice. Well, we kind of went away from what we were supposed to do as far as a technical masterclass and a Steal the Show match, so we should probably do that. We'll just have this be the Steal the Show. And we'll just have this actually be the technical masterclass, because I'm pretty content with how the card is looking like. So we'll just kind of run it, see what it looks like here. 19, alright, well... Young Lion versus Young Lion, the first one, doesn't go too well, as Yano just gets the win in 10 minutes, though. Second one, though, at least Tamura, I know, was able to bring it up a notch. So he gets the win in 12:51. 58 for Hobbs and Reynolds against Takeda and Ishimori, as Takeda tapping out. Reynolds with the ankle lock. Yeah, I mean, Hobbs actually outperformed Takeda. I figured he would. That's pretty awesome for Will Hobbs there. Ishimori, though, best guy in the match. No surprise. There's a 63 for the 6-man. As Black Taurus the Infernal Suplex on Brody in 2009 Brody King. I'll make sure we get that point across. As Brody Lee with a 77, though, again. Carrying this one. But Miro did a pretty good job, so did Evil. Black Taurus and Drew Parker did well. Just, yeah, Brody King with a 39. Not great. Not great at all. 62, though. Yeah. Just not really properly engaged, but that's okay, though. Still was a pretty decent little match. Joe Doring, I figured, would hurt a little bit, being in a technical masterclass, but Romu and Pac pretty much did the same as what they would have done, as Pac pinning Bushi with a 630 in 2006. The 68 main event, which that shouldn't have been the main, but that's okay, as Shotaro Ashino tap it out, Katsuya Kitamura with an ankle lock in 1944. So yeah, Kenta, best guy of the match, followed by Ashino, and 69s for Phoenix and Zack Sabre Jr., 68 for Makabe, as pretty good. 57 for Phoenix, 56 for Gresham, 40 for Katsuya Kitamura there. Yeah. Sounds about right. Well, at least we got a pretty good show out of it, at least. A lot better than the previous match, obviously. So now we can finally, we're making it to the end here of this tour, and we can finally run our I feel like we've been building up to this show for so long now, and then we're finally able to do it. It's gonna be interesting with the All Japan series when we have to book like a full tour like that, where it's gonna be like so many days, and that's gonna be a bit of a challenge. I think we'll have to see how that one plays out, but I think it's gonna be a bit of a challenge for sure. As AEW getting some extensions on their TV contract. So yeah, now our final tour show coming up, but we have to book strong first, so we'll get you guys there for day 8. Alright, final tour show as backstage incident between Kojima and Tamura, obviously passing on microphone work to Tamura. As, now we can finally put this tour behind us after this show. Run Osaka. Yeah, dude, down the Wakayama Prefectural Gymnasium. So it's weird, as far as I really don't know what I want this main event to be. Part of me wants there to be Kenta with a team versus Ashino versus, and he has a team. But it's kind of weird because you can't really do that. So that would have been a great, fun little idea, but I just, we tried it the one time. It was a double count out. Probably shouldn't do it again. We kind of learned our lesson more than anything. As, I think, though, having like a 10-man maybe. Let's throw everybody out there, starring Shino, and then the Lucha Brothers versus the team of Tetsuya Naito, Shingo, Sanada. We'll go with Hiromu here, just so it's, and Shingo, and Bushi. Alrighty, so we're gonna have Phoenix beat Bushi. Just feel like that's the safest bet out of this 10-man here. Hopefully, again, nobody gets fucking hurt. First time, though, in this 10-man. Alright, so we kind of went away from, like, the Shibata with the Young Lions against the other, Young Lion group. With Heihachi Tamura, he only has one match left on his loan, so we'll just do Taguchi and Kento Koben against Shibata in Narita. Which is funny, because Shibata has, in the game, he's the protege of Kento Koben, so it's just kind of... Or the mentor, rather. Is the other way around. As the mentor. But, we'll have Shibata beat, Kento Koben, too. Just makes sense, I think, from that perspective. There we go. So I was thinking a tag of Shelton with Big E, Bowery, against Davey Boy and Suzuki, or Suzuki and Taichi even. I think we'll go with that instead. And we'll have E. I was going to have him beat Suzuki, but I don't know. I think he's just going to beat Taichi now instead. I kind of hate it, because I love Taichi to death, but his pop is the shit. So bad. I gave that way too much time, too. Yeah, let's bump that way down. Let's give that about 16. I have more faith in that match, though, so bump it up ahead. We're going to do some undercard stuff now. As the LA Dojo Boys, Coughlin Connors. Trying to think who would be the best. I mean, I guess Roppongi 3K would probably be a good idea. We did this once in January at Strong. You got a 42. We should do a little bit better here. As Sho's gonna get the win again because his momentum's in the toilet. Yeah, now we need a technical masterclass. So I think it actually Hammerstone and Kaiju Tomato, since we haven't used them really at all this tour. Actually, we did just use Kaiju Tomato on Strong, so maybe not. We'll go with the 6-man instead. We'll go with Sublime Shores with Hammerstone. Yeah, I guess we'll go with the Chaos team, I guess, because that's kind of a good little match. We'll actually have this one be the Steal the Show match now instead of the technical match. Actually, it could work as a technical masterclass match, I think, as we'll have Hammerstone beat Harata. Why do I feel like we've done this before? Wow, we haven't. So I had a feeling we had. So yeah, we'll bump that up to here. Yeah, and then I guess... Yeah, we still need to Steal the Show match. I guess that, really, it could be that. If we really wanted it to, but we'll think of something, though. Kind of want to do Ryu Lee and Horace against Drew Parker and Taiji Shimori. It's just something. Or we could even do Ishimori and Parker against Taurus and Reynolds, because I'm assuming if we have done it, it might have been on a Strong. Oh, we haven't even done it, so perfect. 13 with Drew Parker getting the win over Black Taurus. Nice. So put that there. I think it's going to be a pretty good show. We'll see how it runs. 56 over the opener. Not bad at all. Sho and Yo beating Coughlin Connors. Sho with the power breaker in 12:55. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yo with the 56 though. And, you know, it's pretty good for someone that we really don't use a whole lot as far as Roppongi 3K. Shibata with the ankle lock on Kento Koben. Shibata with 65, 58 for Deguchi, 45 for Kento Koben, and Narita with a 29. That's hilarious. As 55 for Liberty United against Chaos, as Chaos taking the fall, though, was Liberty United with a Stonebreaker in 16-16. So, yeah, I mean, Hanare, best guy in the match. Pretty awesome there. I figured that Liberty United team would do really well in the technical masterclass setting, and they did. They did pretty well. 64 for Taurus and Reynolds against House of Torch, as Drew Parker pinning Black Taurus with Bloody Dragon in 12:52. As I don't think we talked about what the Bloody Dragon is. It's basically the Bloody Cross into Drew Parker's Red Dragon, which is like a 450 splash. So it's just it's that. It's not a huge deal. It just sounds awesome though, as far as that goes. As actually it's I misspelled it. I put dyslexia kick it in when I typed that out because it's bloody. So I'll have to change that. I'm glad I caught that. So 63 for Suzuki in Taichi against Shelton Benjamin and Power E. Is Power E best guy in the match, getting them with the big ending in 16:23. Shelton Benjamin's off his game a little bit. Not bad match though. Definitely a decent little match. And an 82 main event here is an 8-man tag as Phoenix pinning Bushi with a Meteor in 2012. Yeah, I mean, Naito, best guy in the match. It's great for him. Ashino outperformed Kenta. Hiromu, actually, I didn't even see it. Hiromu and Naito were the best guys in the match. A lot of great stuff. Pentagon Jr. was the guy in the match. That's interesting. I figured that would be Bushi for sure. Hell of a match, though. Yeah, I mean, 76, not bad at all. Could have gained into a couple of more areas, but limited number of viewers there. Not bad at all. As, yeah, now we can finally run the Aroma Takashi show, and should be quite the show. I'm very, very much excited to see how it plays out. And, yeah, hopefully it all runs well. Thank God nobody got hurt. We really ran a lot of matches there as far as involving people that are going to be on that final show. And, yeah, they've signed in Yui Mura, Spider Jr. I mean, 0-1's looking to expand, looks like. I know they got a little bigger, but they only went up one size, but they've been making some big deals. And so hopefully, Sheamus got that contract he wanted. This guy's he's got a written now deal with DDT. Looking to see where Sheamus is at. Yeah, I mean, that would suck if he goes Dragon Gate, but looks like he's probably going to. He's gonna have creative control too. I mean, shout out Dragon Gate. That's Dragon Gate's so weird. Because they just went away from what Dragon Gate is, so it's very weird to me. But like their roster, it is pretty awesome from the perspective of you have like Kenta Mihara, Konosuke Takeshita. You have the Bucks. Cody's there, which is just weird. They have Go. Tetsuya Endo's there too. Like, they have like some of the best guys from DDT and Noah and All Japan, like all in one place. Plus having like Kirishiko, it's just a wild little place there. But they're doing well. They're doing very well. But yeah, on to the Aroma Takashi. I'm not sure if that's going to be in Jinju, to be honest. I've been kind of waiting to see. That potentially might be in Jinju. That might be somewhere else, though, so I'll probably get changed, potentially. Alright, we are here for the Aroma Takashi Tour final show. As I don't know why I always pick TVSI, but because I don't think we really need it now. That I think we're now in medium as far as in Japan. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, we don't need. We can get rid of that, even though we're gonna get 10% of the revenue generated. But it's not really necessary. I guess it is because it is commercial TV, so maybe it is a good idea. Fuck it. We'll leave it. As a backstage incident, says Kojima passing on microphone work to Hayato Tamura. And yeah, of course, the Summer Struggle in Jinju Stadium last year got a 76. Naito and Kenta for the Intercontinental title was the main. Not exactly sure as far as 60,000 strong. That's nuts. As far as where we could run this show and it'd be a pretty good idea. So I'm assuming we don't really have anything in Sendai that's that big. That'd be pretty crazy though. Yeah, we just yeah, I think they were just gonna run Kanto and see what we have, because definitely, Jinju Stadium's out of the question. It's either Tokyo Dome or we run the National Stadium. Boy, oh boy. That would be pretty fucking awesome. Yeah, I think we're gonna run it. I think we're gonna go with the National Stadium. 60,000 strong. As I will change the name to National Stadium. A lot of fucking people. It's a lot of people. Boy, oh boy. So yeah, main event, of course. Shotaro Ashino, Kenta. Kenta's gonna win. And that's, I believe that's defense number 2. Yeah. As, now he ties Ibushi as far as defenses. Great little run so far Kenta's had. He's been tremendous. And then now the co-main, of course, Joe Doring and Aroma Takashi, as Aroma gets the win here. But also, there's going to be some interference. As far as Pac's going to come in, try to take out Aroma. Bushi's going to come in, try to even the fray. Miss to Joe Doring. And, Aroma capitalizes after the miss. And just a little bit, as far as overbookedness. But I think it's a fun little change of pace, though. And I think it makes sense from that perspective. As now for the rest of the card here. Obviously, Miro and Brody's next. Never openweight champ. It's New Japan Strong openweight champ. Brody's going to get the win there, 25 minutes. Brody's, this is basically his belt as far as, this is really his division in a lot of ways. Junior tag title matchup, Lucha Brothers versus Makabe and Gresham, and they are the champs yet again. It's Lucha Brothers getting those junior heavyweight tag team belts, as that's awesome. They're great, that's such a fun team in Lucha Brothers. That should be a really good match, though, too. As now the LIJ Chaos 6-man. Shingo Sanada Bushi against Goto, Ishii, and Rocky. Shingo beating Goto there, getting a win for him. And a win for Los Ingobernables de Japón, as then Dark Order House of Torture, which we changed this to where it's Hobbs and Torres, and, Toro and Ishimori. So 2 heavyweights, 2 junior guys, as Drew Parker's going to beat Alex Reynolds there. That's going to go 20. A lot of time, but I think it definitely is going to work out. And then this 8-man again, but just a whole lot going on here. But Shibata's going to get the win. He's going to beat Taguchi. Which I don't know, that might be a mistake, but we'll keep it. Probably should be beating Wado, for being honest. Yeah, let's have him just beat Master Wado. That's for the best. Then the opener, the Never Openweight 6-man title matchup. So yeah, there is 5 title matches. I always forget there really could have been 6. Throwing Pac and Bushi on there, but went with this instead as Power E and David Boy Smith Jr. as Power E getting the win for the Foundation. Another retain for them, as that will be 3 now. So that's the most since Torres, Tankman, and Hobbs back in 2020 and 2021. So it's a good bit for them, and it's only been 36 days. So, just within a month and a week, really, they've had 3 defenses. There's a lot. There's a lot. Here we go, as looking to see what we need to change, if anything. Justin King. So I think he had the junior tag match. Yeah, I was about to say. So we'll give that to Marty Asami there. Oh, perfect. Awesome. So here's our card, our undercard, or our pre-shows, rather, as far as where we can go with this. We got a lot of options. A whole lot of options. A lot of talented fucking people now on this card. I can say that with, the Bucks not being on the card. Let's give them a pre-show match. Let's see who we can use. Let's go with the Velocities. Because I don't think we've done this. We've done the Young Bucks and Top Flight, but we have not done the Velocities in them. The Bucks getting the win. Let Matt Jackson get the win. Curious how many people's actually going to be there. Because it says 6. As for the final pre-show matchup, think we'll keep it as another tag. And we'll go Young Lion class of Yasutaka, Yano, and Yuto, taking on Ryohei, Oiwa, and Kosai Fujita. Which, their pop is pretty good already. Just from where, it took the people that have been gone for, ever, from the start of the mod where they were on excursion, their pop is so fucked compared to everybody else's. Because, even Kento Kobin's pop is, it's pretty good. It's not crazy good, but, just from what they've done just in this tour, they've almost into the 20s as far as in Kanto. So that's pretty awesome. I will give him, 10. And we'll have Yano beat Fujita, since he's the younger of the 2. It's not going to be great, but it's a pre-show match. And it'll definitely, the Bucks match will help bring it up a little bit. So let's run the show here. Yeah, 54,000, about 54,924 at Japan National Stadium. Yeah, we could have went Tokyo Dome, obviously, and not been, been a complete sellout, but it is pretty cool to run the National Stadium. As Yano gets the win. Actually, everyone did pretty well, as far as they did about the same. 30s across the board, and relatively, besides Kosai Fujita with a 28. 77 for the Bucks against the Velocities, as Drew London, that was a 58. That's awesome. As Matt Jackson with the Meltzer driver over Drew London, 14-16. So now the opener, as their third defense of the Never Openweight six-man titles. Power E getting the win over Davey Boy Smith Jr. with the big ending. As, Shelton Benjamin, Fred Yai, and Power E keeping the title going, as again, the technical match class not working in Big E's favor, not at all. Really, I mean, the wrong team won because of that. Should have been Suzuki-gun, but that's okay. So 55 for this matchup is a bit too short, but something had to steal the show. And yeah, I mean, Shibata, best guy in the match, 71. That's awesome. Fujinami with a 64. Tomorrow with a 60. Taguchi with a 61. Hell yeah, just Narita and Master Wato stinking up the joint. Coughlin Connors are almost in the 50s. That's nice. 71 for this 8-man, as Drew Parker pinning Alex Reynolds left with a diving foot stomp in 2016. So we got Jay White, best guy in the match, 75. Then Ishimori. Then Evil Sugiura did the same, 65s. Hobbs with a 63, 61 for Black Taurus. So that's pretty awesome. Drew Parker, the 56. Interesting there. Black Taurus doing awesome is great to see. The 68 for another match that was a bit too short, as Shingo pins Goto with the pumping bomber. Yeah, I mean, everybody did really well but Goto here. Shingo with a 76, best guy in the match. So that's great to see. Sonata again outperforming Ishii. That's cool. Bushi with a 66. Pretty good. Pretty good. 82 for the junior tag match, as we have new champions, Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. Phoenix getting the win after pinning Gresham after the package power driver double foot stomp combination. They are yet again IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. So another 82 for the Never Openweight title matchup is Brody pinning Miro with the Brody Bomb in 24-50. 1 point difference between the two. Yeah, I mean, it was a fun little trilogy there with Miro and Brody. It's an 81 for the Intercontinental title matchup. It's the interferences. Thanks to the mist from Bushi, Joe Doring taking the time bomb in 26-37. Good little match, though, I think. As an 81, though, we'll gladly take that. And hopefully the main event delivers, and it does, as Shitoro Shino outperformed him. But Kenta gets the win with the Kenta combo into the Basaiku knee. Not even to fucking go to sleep. I respect it, though, as trying to get that over. 34 minutes, though. Lack of psychology. Wonder who that was on. Jonah did a good work, though, as a road agent, so I'm assuming it wasn't that. Just psychology, probably from both guys, though. But, yeah, I think it did a really good job, though. It did a really good job. Fun match. Fun match for sure, as either way, Task Force Death was going to have the IWGP Heavyweight title. But great win, though, for Kenta. Great little main event. Yeah, increased our pop at 18 regions. Holy shit. But, yeah, I mean, great main event. Junior tag title matchups and the Never Openweight title matchup did better than the Intercontinental title match, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, the major 4 title matches delivered. Never Openweight 6-man, not so much, but would have been a little bit better had we not probably had it as a technical masterclass. We probably should have switched this and this. That probably would have been a lot better of a sequence, so it wouldn't have to be a technical masterclass, but that's okay. It's still a solid match, I think, and I still am very happy with this card. Just the Bucks, the Velocities match is crazy too. Yeah, but Shitoro Shino for performing his ass off. Same thing for Phoenix. And Brody Lee too. Hell yeah. So now on to the Royal Quest show. We're going to the British Isles, going to the UK. Specifically, probably London. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have the Open Challenge, the New Japan Strong Open Challenge for the New Japan Strong Openweight title. It's Miro taking on a mystery opponent, but you guys all know who it's going to be. It's going to be Sheamus. Then we're going to have the tag title matchup, Sonata and Naito against Joe Doring and Ashino, which that should be really good. Also going to have Jay White and Ishimori against Kenta and Phoenix, which I really like that. It's going to build up. Jay White's going to beat Kenta, and it's going to lead to Power Struggle, that title matchup between the two. And also going to have Drew Parker take on Pac in a Junior Heavyweight title matchup, which I really love. Drew Parker hasn't faced Pac yet, even though he's not that great of a asset yet, I think, as far as without teaming with Ishimori. But I think Him and Pac should have a really good match. We're also going to have Shibata and Zack Sabre Jr. You know, they had the grappling contest at the G1 Climax, so now to have an actual match between the two, I think that makes sense. And we're also going to do Power, E, and Suzuki as well. As far as that's what we have planned. So far we only have 6 things planned. We'll figure out 7 and 8, I'm sure. And we'll catch you guys there. Take care, everyone.